Hi, I'm John, and welcome back to Dice Paper Miniatures. In this episode, we'll be looking at the previews for the new Chaos Knights, as well as the codexes for both the Chaos Knights and the Imperial Knights, available for pre-order this coming Saturday. Let's see what's all inside this new special edition Chaos box set. All right, let's begin. So here we have the new previews that come out every Sunday, and it features a lot of different things. But for this particular video, we're just focusing on the Chaos Knights and the codexes for both the Chaos Knights and the Imperial Knights. So we've been seeing previews now for these new Chaos Knights, the Abominant and the War Dogs, and this box set looks pretty awesome. But these are all the components you get inside the box. You get a special edition codex where it's just the artwork. There's no printing on the cover. That'll come at a later release. We don't know when that will be just yet. But we get the codex, the decals, or if you're in the UK, the decals. So a lot of decal sheets. And then we get the data cards. And we get cards for pretty much everything in the box, which includes one Abominant and two War Dogs. The Abominant being the larger model and the two War Dogs being the smaller ones. But yeah, these are just amazing models. Like I said, I've done a few videos on these before, but we finally get the announcement of when they'll be available to pre-order, which is again this coming Saturday. That would put us at May 7th. So yeah, the codex comes in a special edition exclusive to this set with unique soft touch cover, okay? There are 50 data cards, including generic stratagems for use by any Chaos Knight army, special stratagems for 6 individual dread houses. And if you haven't yet, I've done a video on those dread houses in the past. You can check that link up above at the end of this video. And 6 warp storm disciplined psychic powers. On top of that, you get 2 full transfer sheets containing nearly 600 decals in total. So it goes on. The Knight Abominant is a beast in all phases of the game with deadly guns that can reap infantry and heavy targets alike. An armory of vicious close combat weaponry in the form of Electro Scourge and a tail-mounted Bale Mace, and the malefic ability to manifest 2 psychic powers each turn. Yeah, that's bonkers. It's the perfect overlord for your fallen house. This is a jaw-dropping upgrade to the existing Chaos Knight kit, so if you prefer steel to sorcery, you can instead build your Abominant as a long-range Desecrator or a Frenzied Rampager. Dig it. All right, and then here we have those War Dogs. And then while the Knight Abominant lays waste to all around, its War Dog vassals snap at the heels of the lackeys of the Corpse Emperor. These versatile machines may lack the stature of their Dark Liege, but they still pack a mighty wallop. There are 2 available in the set, and you can build them in 3 ways: as a brutal carnivore, the skirmishing stalker, and the more standoffish brigand. The Chaos Knights army set will be your first chance to get a hold of the new rules and models. You'll have to be quick though, as it's only available while stocks last. So a little bit of potential FOMO going on, although lately that hasn't been as much of an issue as it was a year and 2 years ago. Not quite sure why, but it seems like stocks are a little bit more robust. That being said, these are really cool models. I think a lot of people are picking these up, even if they don't play actual Chaos Knights. They just dig the models. It's just a thing. And but that being said, if you look at, of all things, the most recent Necromunda Ash Waste box set, which a lot of people kind of poked holes at as far as the cost of it goes, it temporarily went out of stock in the US. And I don't know if that's a sign that this could also go temporarily out of stock, or if, again, if that's just, sometimes I wonder, is that a real thing, or if that's just again, a marketing tool that when all else fails, that's something GW goes back to doing, and just like, oh, we're just going to tag this as temporarily out of stock for a while to build some excitement, you know, that fear of missing out, the FOMO. I don't know anymore. I used to in the past always say they used to do it just to create excitement, but it's definitely kind of like a nuclear option, because over time, if you keep using it, it kind of drives people away. And so yeah, for what that's worth. It does say if you do miss out, though, there's no need to worry. The new kits and codex will follow separately in the next few weeks. So there is that. But value for your money, this box set's probably going to be a bit of a savings. That's just how these things work out. But if you're not a Chaos Knight player and you're an Imperial Knight player, you do get access to your codexes right away. No fancy box set, of course, but you get the books. So the opposing forces of chaos are the noble Imperial Knights, whose new codex contains all the rules you need to get them onto the tabletop, plus a wealth of in-depth background and stunning artwork. New abilities allow your knights to issue knightly teachings and bondsman commands to their armature-mounted squires, while the code chivalric will ensure they maintain their honor or pay the price. The book is available in an amazing hardbound edition, or as a truly scrumptious collector's edition featuring a soft-touch cover, a ribbon bookmark, and a grand gilt lettering. But for the most part, the main difference, like visually right off the bat, is just usually there's less text or logo iconography on the cover, right? So the one on the left, you can definitely tell is the more premium edition, if you will, because it doesn't have all the extra iconography, like I just said. So, and it's just got a nicer printing overall. I've never been one to go for those collector editions unless it came in the box sets, but I mean, I get it. If that's your jam, that's what you do. So then they also have the Imperial Knight data card, so you get data cards as well. So it looks like they've also done a little bit of a repackaging with the new Imperial Knights. Let's see what they have to say about that. So whether you have a Chaos Knights army or an Imperial Knights one, adding reinforcements will be easier than ever with these repacks. Yep, okay. So the Knight Armature box will now make either 2 shooty Helverins or a pair of close-up and personal Warglaves, or one of each. That's basically the armatures are their versions of the War Dogs. It can also be corrupted by Chaos Knights player into a duo of War Dog Huntsmen or War Dog Executioners. Yep. From the smallest knights to one of the bigger boys, the Knight Dominus kit will now let you build the enemy incinerating Knight Valiant or the bombardiering Knight Castellan or Castellan. Chaos Knight players can also construct an Imperium destroying Knight Tyrant for the glory of the Dark Gods. So right off the bat, if you're an Imperial player, you get access to a lot of stuff too. It's just not in a fancy box set. But you still get access to the Collector's Edition Codex or a Normal Edition Codex. Again, that Collector's will have a premium price tag, of course. And then, yeah, this Chaos Knights box set is pretty rad. Unfortunately, the cost of all these things are going up, but that's where things are at right now. But if you want your Chaos Knights and you want to get the most value for your money, probably getting this box set's going to be the best bet as opposed to buying everything a la carte. Just my 2 cents worth. So what do you all think? I think from a value standpoint, it's a pretty decent set. You'll still need a few things to flesh out this army if this is the route you want to go as far as Chaos Knights. But I think this is a great kit overall. Again, at the time of recording, I don't have the confirmed prices on this. So yeah, individually, from the Imperial side of things, a normal Knight, I believe, is now 170, and the armatures are 80. So that's like a 250 price point. I imagine we're at least starting at 250 for this thing. There's still the book, the data cards, the decals. There's going to be a little bit of cost savings, but this is probably at least, I have to imagine, at least $300, maybe more. So it's going to be pricey, but still cheaper than buying everything individually, because the codexes are now going for, I believe, $55. The data cards are going for $29 now. So 55 and 29, that's essentially 84, if my math is correct, which it might not be, but so like $84 just for those items. Again, $250 for the models. So that would be what, $334, something like that. So maybe it will be like $299, something like that again. So yeah, probably around $300. But I'm sure we'll find out soon, because usually it seems like come Tuesday or Wednesday of the week prior to pre-order, most of the stores know what their price lists are. So we'll probably see some of those numbers here soon. But again, I'd really like to get your thoughts on this. If you're excited for these Chaos Knights, why that is. Are you going to pick up more than one box, or are you going to wait and just get everything kind of piecemeal when it comes out? I'm curious as to where you stand on that. But as always, I appreciate you checking out this episode. And if you haven't yet and you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and sharing this content with your friends. It really does help with the growth of the channel, and it's greatly appreciated. All right. Well, as always, I hope you're all doing well. Be safe, take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.